FranchiseBlast, we're passionate about making an impact, and we've thought a lot about how to improve the performance of your franchisees. So we developed a franchise management solution here designed to improve performance. So I'm looking at one of our dashboards here, but really the story begins with a business plan. That's how you impact your franchisees' performance. And I'm not talking about an Excel business plan that just sits on a shelf and gathers dust. I'm talking about a dynamic business plan. You develop this collaboratively with your franchisees. You go in, you decide, okay, for you, we're going to be strengthening sales and profitability this year. How are we going to measure success? Well, we'll increase comp sales by 3%. Or in your case, maybe it's 5% would be the bar. And you go in and you choose what these key results are. Now, you also have to define what activities or initiatives you're going to be doing to achieve these goals. And so, for example, reviewing waste once a week or placing impulse purchases at the cash register to make upsells. So you're defining this plan here at the start of the year, at the start of the quarter. And then what you do is on those recurring calls you're having with the franchisees, you go back to this plan, you come back to it, and you do a check-in. So this is where you're reviewing the plan. It comes back top of mind and you're saying, okay, well, we decided together you were going to be placing impulse purchases at the cash register. Did you do that? Yep, mark it as done. So that's perfect. And so did you actually have an impact on certain key results here? So for example, here you wanted to increase your average transaction size. You could say, yep, I'm on track. It's already been improved by 58% up to date this quarter. And so a business plan is really a collaborative living document that you work hand in hand together between the franchise business consultant and the franchisees. But it also leverages some of the other tools in FranchiseBlast, such as our franchisee scorecard. Scorecards are really documents that are driven by metrics that the franchisor defines are important to drive growth. And so if you're having a conversation about growth, you can look at a scorecard, and I'll explain it here with average check size. In this unit, last month, compared to the whole franchise, this unit was at $18.19, and that's great. It's 33% more than the franchise average of $13.66. I'm ranked number 4, and when I say I mean the franchisee here is ranked number 4 out of 15 with $18 here. Top performers at almost $20. And so a franchisee would normally know that they're up or down against themselves over a certain period, but this really adds that depth of how are they doing against the group. And so if you're the coach, you're looking at this and you see, oh, okay, well, my checks here, my number of transactions is lower than my franchise average. Well, then maybe you'll scroll down and you'll see, I'm investing less in sales and marketing than the other franchisees. And so maybe that's an opportunity to actually focus on this, build out a marketing plan with a franchisee. And so some of these metrics here are obtained via the dozens of automatic integrations that we've developed, but some of these are also collected via our polling module. Polling is a way to just blast off an email to all the franchisees on a recurring basis, and they key that information in. And for example, here we've got 36% of the franchisees submitted info. Until they do, we basically remind them to send that information back in. And so we can always scan and see who has submitted the info, who has not, go in and maybe on the phone with them and do it for them while we're on the phone, and just collect this information that we are unable to obtain from a full-on integration. So this is kind of a nifty little tool here to utilize and get that information in. But so what's interesting is we talked about strategy here with a business plan. If at the end of the period you did not hit your goals, was the strategy wrong or was the execution wrong? And so this ties into a whole other piece of FranchiseBlast about brand consistency, which is covered in a different video. But you're able to observe how you're doing, how the franchisees are doing during your field visits. You can go through and perform those compliance audits and or utilize the polling module I just showed you to obtain self-assessments. Thanks.